Hello, it's Lisa from Lisa P Crafts, and I'm here to do another weekly spread. This one is September 4th to the 10th, and I've got my glasses, and I've got some cardstock or scrapbook paper, and I'm going to do something a little different. So I have here one 12 by 12 and then four different 8.5 by 11s. So the reason I have the 12 by 12 is because I want to go all the way across the boxes. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing yet. First thing I'm going to do though is I am going to tear it. And I don't know if it really matters. Well, maybe we will go like this. Ooh, that's really tearing. I need it to start coming back down again. That's probably just fine. Okay, so it is going to, I think it needs to be a little bit smaller. So this is a really good way of using up your scrapbook paper. Okay, so I got tape on, and I am just going to put this across the bottom, and just need to see how low I can go here without that corner showing. So I can probably go, I'm gonna line it up here. Thinking maybe I can go about that low. Try and get that straight. That's pretty darn close. And then I should tape this down, but I'm kind of hoping that, there we go. Just kind of hoping that with having this half of it straight, this half would be straight too. I'm probably going to cut that off, but I'm going to leave it at the moment. Okay, so now I need the yellow. We're just going to start ripping. Oh, that's not circle. We're going to have to fix that. Okay, that is, I know that is way too big. So, that didn't work. Rip, there we go. This is still going to be too big. I can bring it underneath and it's not so bad. I may have this green still a bit too big. Okay, so I actually went in and ripped this down even more. That's not too bad, but it's too tall. So we have to cut it down. It doesn't matter if this line here is straight or not, because it's gonna get tucked in. Okay, so I cut the yellow one down so that it would fit in here and it doesn't go too high. So now, we figured it out yet? Now I'm gonna bring in the orange in behind that. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm going to do. Now I'm going to shape it. Okay, I think I got it to the right size and right shape. Okay, and if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm doing a sunset with the scrapbook paper or cardstock, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so then the last one is going to be the red. So I'm just going to drip the red about halfway, because I need to make sure I get enough height. And then I just have to start shaping it. Okay, I think I got it down to what I want. There we go. So instead of having it centered here at the spine, I want it more centered here. You can take your 3 pieces and you can just tape them down together. So in this case, the red or the orange goes on top of the red. Right, so we can line this up so that the orange goes on top of the red. Fairly even on both sides. This side here can actually come down a little bit more. Just a little bit, so you can see how I'm kind of using my nail to guide it so that I don't rip too far. And I don't want points. Okay, and then the yellow one goes on top of there. I'll line up my yellow. Okay, and then on the back, I want to make sure I get the corners. I really should put this maybe on wax paper so I don't get glue on the table. And then plus I can go off the edge because I want to get my corners. Okay, so now we can put it in. So I did put, what I should have done with the green is just put in 1 row of tape going across the bottom. I put a little bit too much tape, so now I have to peel it up a little. Okay, and we're just going to slide this in. So I'm looking, I got a full box here, a little bit here. That should do it. I got a chunk of tape on the front. Just want to get that off of there. There we go. Okay, and now I'm gonna get the cutting board out, put it on there, and I see my paper isn't together. You really should tape your paper down. I don't know why I was being so difficult without taping my paper down. There we go. Okay. Here is the test, the We Are Memory Makers punch test. Are you going to punch? Ugh. That hole doesn't seem right. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, it does. It was a little rough. I could feel it. But it did it. It did it. I don't think you could punch this, especially this yellow one, because the yellow one is going through orange and red, so 3 pieces of cardstock. I'm not sure that you could punch that through with a Happy Planner big punch. I can't say for sure. I know people say that they have a hard time punching some stuff with it. I don't think those were all perfectly straight, but I think they'll work. Okay, so what I did was pulled out my stamp pads and my sponges, and I inked this side of the page. So, I don't know. So if you can see, it just gives it a little bit of dimension because it makes the edges a little darker. So yeah, you can see the difference. So I'll just show you what I did. So I have the stamping spots. They're just little tiny pads. And I have a sponge tip. So now you could use just those triangular type makeup sponges. And then I have a little piece here that I was using so I don't get the color everywhere. And I'm literally dabbing and smudging. So dab, smudge, dab, smudge. And you can go over it a couple times in one spot and it'll give you a little bit more color. Go a little bit darker, or you can go very lightly. Oh, I went a little bit higher on that side, so I'm gonna go up a little bit more. You gotta be careful though with these. If you just go straight down, you'll make a circle. Like, you can kind of see it here, or you can see it right here, which I want to get rid of. So then I just go over it a few times just to kind of get rid of that circle look. You can see the circle look right here. So I'm just gonna dab and smudge, 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 try to get rid of that circle look. Oh, get a little bit more in here. There. I'll actually go a bit more on this side too. Okay, so we want a little bit of red in here, so I'm just going to cover up the green a little bit. It's not working. There. Okay, so that was the red. The yellow, I have a different, where did my other sponge go? There it is. This is another different kind of sponge. This one is a holder and then has Velcro sponge tips that you can use. Now these are from my old scrapbooking days. I'm gonna hold this together so I can, there. But like I said, you can use any kind of ink, I'm sure. Like you could probably get some, kids ink and makeup sponges, and you'd be able to do this. Now I'm doing it over the orange because you can't really see the yellow over the orange. Okay, but I do have a different colored, whoops. I do have a different colored sponge for each one. What am I doing here? Orange? Okay, so for the orange, I'm going to put this piece of paper in here. Well, maybe I'm not. Here, let's rip a little piece off. Just to get the orange, but not get it on the red. Because what'll happen is it darkens the red and then you don't get any kind of a contrast, which you want a bit of contrast. Now, I do suggest, obviously, doing this before you stick them on the page. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, and then last but not least, the green green. Okay, let's see if we can get these under here. This is where you really need it to go under, because you do not want the green going on the yellow. There we go. Okay. Got a little piece of paper torn off, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna keep on with the inking, except I'm gonna kind of do the opposite now. I think I want a piece of tape, just a little piece to hold this down. So this is my cloud, and you can see I took the white paper and I inked around the blue edge of the cloud, but I don't like how it looks. So I'm gonna try and use it as a stencil more. And just go like this. And see how that looks. Well, I don't have much choice. This is what I am now inking onto the paper. So this is what I'm going with here. Okay. So that is the look we get. And I think it's a little bit too big. Should have went smaller. Like this one here is smaller. Yeah. This one I didn't put any tape on, so I'm really holding it down. I think I need though, let's get this. I think I need like an end to this one, almost. I don't think it can just stop. Yeah, like that. And I can take this piece here and try and make this one look a little bit thinner. I gotta use more ink though, that's the thing. Yeah, I like that a little bit better than what I had there. So let's go. I can really play with this now. I just have to be careful that I don't go too far into that one. Okay. And then let's just bring this whole cloud down a bit. Okay. Just want to get a little bit more darker in there too. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so right here though, I think I want it a wee bit darker. And it's actually pulled some of the green that was on the cloud into, yeah, could just, you know, do a light shading in here. Just like that. Trying to go in a little bit of a circle to try and make it look like a cloud a bit. I don't know if that really worked, but okay, let's do the other side. Okay, so I kind of tore up that bigger one, made it a little smaller. What I need to do is spin this so that I can get my, wrong side. Now I'm gonna have green in there. I'll just make it very, very dark right here. And then hopefully, yeah, there we go. We got kind of the edge of the cloud there. Okay, so what I have is the yellow on one side, the blue on the other side. That's how I got the yellow. And that's how I got some of the green too, which I didn't want. But I guess gives it some color. I may go over it a few more times just to get rid of the green. I don't even know, once I put boxes on, whether you're even gonna really see this, right? Like, but you know what? I wanted to try it. Okay. Okay, so let's try this one in here. And I don't care if I'm going over towards the numbers or the days of the week. That's fine. It's not something that it's, let's say, really easy to control. You'd have to cover, so you could take a piece of paper like this and cover it and do it, and then you wouldn't be going over, but I'm okay with the fact that it's going over. Okay, and then I think that little one off here. There we go. Okay. That away, and let's see what it looks like. I gotta get rid of this little bit of yellow. Now, if you had more than one color of blue, or if you want to bring in some gray to darken it up, that would work too. What I'm gonna do now is just bring in some color over here and some in here. And see how I purposely kind of, I don't know how close you can see, purposely kind of made an edge there so it looked like puffy clouds, like there. And go off the side here a bit. You probably can see that. So this side's a little darker still, so I am going to bring in just a little bit more color. And maybe in here. And now I'm just using the edge of the sponge as to not get the blue going into the white. Let me show you on here. So if I'm just using the edge, you can see it's more of a line. So I have a little bit more freedom than when I go like this. It's gives you a whole circle. Okay. So what do you guys think? I think I'm just gonna leave the clouds like that. What I could have done, but my arm is getting tired, is maybe brought in some pink inking in here to get that true sunset type look. But like I said, my arm's getting tired, and I do need to put in some boxes or bullet points or something in here. Okay, Jojo Plans, her red boxes and more, have really long boxes. And there's one here with lines, and I am going to use that one because I am leaving for Europe on the Thursday. So this is going to be like one big long to-do list. I tried the blue and I like the red. The red kind of pulls the sunset more, where the blue kind of pulled the clouds more, and I would rather have the sunset being pulled in. Okay, this is a really long sticker. Am I going to be able to get this sticker straight? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm afraid to touch it. And it is, I think it's close enough. I think it's off a slight bit, but it's okay. It's good. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. So I was thinking a couple things. One, I could just write in the white spots, or I would make new ones because these are obviously a little bit beaten up and they have the wrong colors in them. I could add some, colored, like white with a blue edge pieces and write in those. And if I needed to, I could write in here. Or do I just take bullet points, put them on top, or do I just put a box in? Okay, so I went through a bunch of books, and all the blues are the wrong color, but the Live, Love, Posh, Functionally Chic Blue Blooms has a color that is close enough. So I'm thinking, let's see what the boxes would look like if I put a box in. And I don't even have to have the box perfectly in the square. I don't know that I hate that. See, the Sunday I would need a bigger box because there's lots going on the Sunday. And then do I want to do that, or do I just want to maybe float a couple and then maybe like that one? You know what? I don't hate that. Let's put that down. And then over here, okay, so I'll put this one in here. Oh, geez. Not even close to being straight. When it went down, it got stuck on my finger and moved. Okay, we'll put a bigger one there, and then put it up here. And then maybe one more. You know what? I'm going to put this one up here. And I'm going to move this one down a bit. I don't know if all the ink is coming off. Nope, not too bad. Okay, so then I'm going to put this one lower down here, like So, and that gives me some boxes to write in. Okay, I like that. Okay, so now I pulled out Amber Plans Her Day functional words, because at the back it's got vacation, travel, staycation, road trip, weekend getaway, and it actually has one in blue. So let's get our tweezers out so our big fat fingers aren't in the way. And we leave Thursday, so I am gonna put it right in here. Just like that. And now I am gonna go to the front of the book and get a to-do for here. And there are red ones. Oh, must do. That's probably a better one. That is probably a better one. Must do. And I think I just ripped it. Holy smokes. What do I always say? It's not, and it's the only red one. It's not a Lisa spread until I rip a sticker. Okay, again, big fat fingers out of the way so we can see if we want to put it here or do we want to put it in here. I'm kind of wishing it was a little bit smaller. Unless I just go with a black one. I guess I could do that. Right, and we can just put it right across the top. Give it a bit of a rub to get those bubbles out so it looks a little bit nicer. It's not great. I don't like that. Okay. Let's do a priority one though on this one. Or important. Which one? Well, we're leaving the next day. So I guess important would be the key to this one. Oh, and it fits. Look at that. Okay, so that's what we'll do there. And then priority in here. And then it can be both of those stickers. And then here. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is take the travel one because we are traveling from Amsterdam, Holland, or the Netherlands to Hanover, Germany on the Sunday. Okay, so I got those on there. I like that. I do not like the must do. Okay, so the header boxes are too small. So I had to go up one. And I have the must do in there because I wanted to make sure that it fit. And just try and get that straight. And then I want to put a second box in for a second kind of list. And I think I'm going to put important in there. It can go a little bit farther than the edge there. And I think I like the red letters better than, I think like the black letters stood out too much and you could really see those right beside each other. Now they kind of blend in. So I'm thinking maybe some stars. So this is my mishmash book. I took a couple old Happy Planner books apart and kind of have like my icons in here and checklists and bullet points. So I did find, and now I closed it. Sheesh, why'd I do that? There is blue that matches actually. So I'm not sure if I like this or not, but I'm gonna try a few. I mean, it does give it, I don't know that I like them on the white though. I like them more on the blue so that they blend in. But in the comments, tell me what you would try, what you think. Let me know what you would do, because I can still change it up. Just because I'm not on camera anymore doesn't mean I can't change it up. Sometimes I do that actually when I'm editing and I see something, it's like, ooh, I really don't like that, and I'll go back and I'll change it. And then you'll see it in my flip throughs, like whatever change I made will be in my flip throughs. You know, when I see this right now, let me grab my dabber and my ink. So right here, it is very dark on the left and very light on the right, and that bugs me. So I am going to darken this side up. I did it. So these are the kind of things that I notice when I'm editing, and I go back and change them. And you'll only see the changes in my flip through videos. I think the stars do add a little bit more to it. I don't know that it really needed it, but maybe right here. I think one more maybe in here. Okay. So what do you guys think? Okay, so I was thinking birds didn't work, butterflies didn't work, flowers on the bottom didn't work. So then I pulled out Happy Planner Essential Quotes, knowing that they had some colored ones. Oh my gosh, look at, I got a blue. Where did that come off of? I think I might have to glue these down because of the ink. Right now I'm just gonna put it there. But this one says, embrace your own journey, and it's in like a reddish, it kind of goes peachy to reddish. And it is clear, so it will not stand out. But I was thinking right in here. Nope, it's gotta go here, it doesn't fit there. Embrace your own journey, except that I want to get rid of the lines. I always know what time it is because the sun starts sneaking in. Okay, so I whited it out. That always sounds wrong to me every time I say that, whited it out. And I gotta go higher. Shoot. Oh, it's okay. I gotta go higher. Just put a little bit more here. Yes, I see this over here. And I think the rest is okay. I think that added to it, definitely. Okay, and then in the back of my happy memory keeping book, I found the word adventure. And I thought about putting it like this, but then I think I like it better like this. So I'm just going to white this out here. Yeah, I think that's gonna work for me. Adventure. So here, let's take a close-up. And if you're new here, please shoot me a comment and tell me what you think. I do all kinds of different stuff. Like this was obviously paper and inking and stenciling, and oh, I forgot to put my star back. I'll have to put the star back after. I'll put a bit of glue on each one so they don't fall off. Yeah. So yeah, check out my other videos. You can see big variety of style. I try and do something different. So have a wonderful day, everybody, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye for now.